Hello, have you ever been bored with music on streaming platforms? I guess the answer is yes, and it doesn't surprise me because nowadays 70% of people who listen to streaming music are tired of listening to the same thing over and over. But if you are, let's say, with your friends at a party and someone says, listen, I have this amazing music and I have to make you listen to it. Let's not lie, you are much more likely to listen to music coming from a friend than from an algorithm. So what I created is Tempo My Life. Tempo My Life is a mobile application that allows you to discover new music thanks to your friends. And how does it work? Each week there is a theme, chill, rainy day, or let's say party. You come and share your music according to the theme, and then you can discover the sounds of your friends thanks to a swipe system. And thanks to this, you discover a lot more music and not only the most famous ones. And on top of that, it's not an algorithm that makes you discover new music, but your friends. And that makes the difference. As a young person, I think it's complicated to know where to go. For example, I quit my job after working there for almost 2 years, and I must say it's hard to know where to start. So of course you look on the internet or you read book, and at least that's how I started. Because when you're young and you come out of school, nobody told you that you can become an entrepreneur. And most of the time, I would say, and especially in France, everybody tells you that you have to go to a big school and then you will find the best job. And that's exactly what I was looking for, except that at the end, you come back to reality. And in my case, so I decided to create my job because I was looking for independence, like kind of some freedom behind it. And that's true that as a young person, many people advise you to have more experience in the working world before launching into the startup, the entrepreneurship. But I think at the end I was lucky because a lot of my friends were understanding and also my family, they understood my choice. And also, I must say, it happens after the COVID year, so I think it's kind of makes things easier because a lot of people were also looking for freedom and we're thinking about a new way of life. At the beginning, as I said, I started by reading a lot, and I was very lucky because today there are a lot of things about this subject. Then I got closer to an institution called Pôle Emploi, and I could attend several workshops about entrepreneurship, but only the issue was that they were talking more about how to create an actual company and not really a startup where you're supposed to be very quick and to go further and further. So I decided to apply to several startup incubators in France. And at first, one didn't want me, but I tried again and again, and I ended up being taken in Lille, a city in the north of France. And so I was taken at Eura Technology. That's one of the biggest startup incubators in France, and that's really at this moment I started to know more about the startup world, or for example to find a real need and not to create a fake one, or to find a business model, or you find your customers, or to make also a first prototype, because at first I didn't know how to do a mobile application, and I basically learned all by myself thanks to all this kind of help. And then also I have the help of another startup incubator, Plain Image. This one is specialized in video games and also in the music industry. So it was, yeah, very helpful for Tempo My Life. And yeah, and so these two incubators are public, so they're still financed by the Hauts-de-France, that's a region of France. And it's helped me a lot for Tempo My Life because at this stage I was not able to spend money because my mobile application was still at the idea stage. So yeah, it was very helpful. So I think the best way to make entrepreneurship more inclusive for youth people is to simply talk to them, because it's really when you're in high school that you talk about what you want to do in life. You think about it. I think at this time. And always big studies are favored. But I think we should say that starting your own business is also a possibility, even if it may seem aberrant and anti-system. So I would say to maybe have a specific subject in high school that allows to explain some notions of entrepreneurship, like the fact that it is important to answer a real need when you start a business. And so that's first thing, to maybe to educate people, to use people to entrepreneurship. And also the second thing, I think that financial aid could be a good idea, because a lot of people associate entrepreneurship with the notion of risk, and it's true. But the problem is that a lot of people, or young people, sorry, after finishing their studies, a lot have to pay the loans they took for the studies, for example, and most of the time it's a lot of money. So an help from the state, at least a financial help to help people to do entrepreneurship, or also maybe a way to postpone the loan. I think it's a second good way to make entrepreneurship more inclusive for young people.